Oh, we need to hide the paper.
And live.
Wow, they started
Cool.
before I can link
Cool.
this. Good afternoon, lads and gentlemen. I'm back again, and as one would say in very poorly translated Italian, sono tornato. Regardless, welcome to St. Rose Fireside Chats. Beside me are,
Hannah.
Kimberly.
and today's topics will be toys you want to bring back.
Club Penguin. Shutting down.
Jaywalking.
All right, let's get right into it. Now, as you grow older, the crushing bindings of society start to dictate what you can and cannot do. One of those things is limiting you from the things you enjoyed as a child. Now, what I really wanted to talk about today was Beyblades, obviously.
I carry one with me all the time.
You took mine.
Something. I must say I love Beyblades. Love the show. I used to have a couple. I used to have a big arena where you could Beyblade. It was pretty cool, pretty cool.
Yeah, I was going through my house the other day, and I was just like, I found one, and I was like, I found a launcher. I have the Beyblade. I put two together, and then I started looking for the rest. I couldn't find most of them, sadly, but I found two.
I'm not gonna lie, I never played Beyblades and I have no idea like anything about them.
Oh.
Apparently, they're like a dreidel.
Yeah, which our president wanted us to talk about, or something. I don't know. Here, you want to spin it? Riveting. Okay, so back to the Beyblades.
Oh, yes.
Our president's probably crying in his sleep after this.
Probably, yeah.
We got two of them here. They're very slow, so they won't go widely all over the table. We also don't have arena. We'll use this handy-dandy Tamagotchi from the 90s to cover the area.
Ready,
3, 2, 1, go. Unfortunately, this isn't going to do much because, like I said, I picked the slowest two. Do you have any toys, Hannah, that you want to bring back?
Not really.
Whoa,
Okay,
they're fighting!
I don't know.
Nothing at all?
I mean, I used to only play with like little pet shops and like stuffed animals, and like those still exist. So I don't know.
Not even like the grand old Tamagotchi?
I've never had a Tamagotchi. I had like the little pet shop knockoff ones, and that's about it.
I had one of those too, actually. Didn't they have like little tiny dogs and red roofs or something like that?
I had a lizard one, and I had a dog one, and I remember they had like a hairbrush and like something else that you like put in the side and like it feeds
I don't
them
think
and
mine
stuff.
had that. I just remember my brother had one, and I was jealous because like I had all these Tamagotchis, but my brother got something that was different. Because there was like by the end of the series, like 13 different Tamagotchis, and it was just like, but he's got that cool thing that I've never even heard of. Little did I know it was knockoff Tamagotchi.
Yeah, I used to play with mine for hours, to be honest.
Yep, I've had a couple. I can't say I would want them back.
Quick, cut to Beyblades. They're about to fall.
I think mine's about to lose.
No, well. I can't really think of any other toys I had as a kid besides Beyblades that I got into. I mean, Pokemon was a video game.
Yeah, I like Pokemon.
I used to have a bunch of the figures, and my cousins still play with them when we come over. And they broke a few, so I had to glue a few back together. Gets pretty intense when we play Pokemon.
Yeah, I can imagine. I actually remember going to the fair and getting a few of them, and my brother broke one. I had like a Blaziken. I'm pretty sure he's still sitting on the back of my sink, like the kitchen sink.
Mine's about to fall.
Decapitated. Oh man.
Maybe in a minute
Oh.
or two.
Maybe
but
maybe in
it's
like
falling.
10 more minutes when the show's over, they'll finally fall.
Another
Yeah.
thing is Neopets. I used to play Neopets all the time. I still play Neopets actually. I play it to this day. I'm not gonna lie. I
Are
play
you
it
in
at least
Neopets
once a month.
Discord or anything?
No, I play Neopets at least once a month. I don't feed them though. They're all dying still.
Oh.
I've had like
That's
5 accounts. I had like really rare Neopets, and like you could paint your pets with paintbrushes. Like I had like
just
really
like in
rare
real
ones.
life.
Yeah.
Just go to town.
I lost.
I did it. What were you saying? Neopets. The only experience I've ever had with Neopets is the PlayStation 2 video game. So
I had the one on the PSP, the pet one.
you have any
What?
experience with Neopets?
I do. Not on the PlayStation 2. I didn't know that was a thing. That's how does that work? Was it online or
no.
was it just like roaming around? How
There
does
was a
that work?
PlayStation 2 Neopets video game that was like, you know how Neopets is all about cute, friendly, take care of your animals, feed them, water them, give them fruit.
I
The
just
new-
wanted to play the game.
The PS2 game took a wild leap, and it was just, hey, there's an evil person. You should go kill them, and
Oh.
everything along the way is going to try and kill you.
Oh. That sounds like Skylanders.
Don't talk about Skylanders,
I
please.
like the Skylanders.
Any other
Okay.
toys you want to say last minute before I switch topics?
No.
Not at all.
Although that does transition us into our next topic, which is an online game, which is Club Penguin. And most of you probably already know, but the website Club Penguin is shutting down on March 29th of this year. So, do you have anything to say about it?
Well, I think you should say your first story.
I don't.
I mean, you had that whole Club Penguin gathering the other day.
I did. We were stuck inside because of the snow, so we all decided to play Club Penguin in my room, and we spent 5 hours playing Club Penguin, and it got to the point where I started hacking and making clones,
As
and
one
I
would.
ended up getting banned, so that was really sad. Yeah.
Yeah, I actually walked in on that. I was just like, minding my own business, opened the door. There's like 4 people in your room, all with laptops, and all I hear is air horns and snowballs. Do you ever play Club Penguin?
I did a long time ago. I don't remember what you do in it, except for like walk around and try to talk to people, but you can't say anything bad, which isn't the worst thing in the world, but it is like, I don't know how to say. The last time I remember, you had certain words you could say, so it'd be like, "Hi, how are you?
Oh,
How
that-
old are you? You just got banned."
Yeah, that's pretty
Yeah,
much
you
how
can't
it
be
was.
18 or older. They just kick you off immediately. Well,
That's
I
not true.
Guess I haven't played since I've been 18 or older.
I don't know. I played from like 2007 to like till I was 16. I don't know how many years that is. It's a really long time.
it
But I was, like,
helps
a
when
really
you give like an
dedicated
abstract
player.
time frame, like 2007 to when I was 16.
They don't. I don't know. I can't think of any years. How did you play Club Penguin?
I did. All I remember is as a kid, I would play around on Club Penguin, and I would always play Mancala. And when I found about the shutdown and I was invited by certain people to start playing Club Penguin, I would just play I played Mancala in like 4 times, and that was it.
What is that?
Mancala, it's a game where you get a bunch of beads, and it was in the coffee shop next to the books, and you get a bunch of beans, and you had to try and get as many into your thing at the end. But the thing is, every time you moved a bean, you dropped 1 by 1, and the beans moved 1 by 1. Like, if you grabbed a stack of 7, you'd go 7. But we're not talking about Mancala, we're talking about Club Penguin as a whole. I was pointing that entire time and forgot I was, but there were other things. Like, I also played fishing like once and beat it, and it was like, wow, that wasn't nearly as hard as I was when I was a kid.
Yeah, but I told you how to beat it.
Would have figured it out, maybe.
No. You had to save your last yellow fish and feed it to the big red one. Everyone knows that, man.
But what was the fish's name?
The mullet.
She got me. Thought it was
Trust
really
me.
good.
I obviously have not played Club Penguin enough because this is just mumble jumble.
I was a pretty dedicated player.
Well, regardless of if you've played it, do you think, like, since it's a long-standing MMO that's generated money for so long, do you think it's a smart move for Disney to just cast it away, even after buying the rights to it, to come up with a new game that's going to be more mobile-based?
If I feel like if they did that, they had a reason to, and I obviously don't know that reason. But if they did it, I feel like it was probably gonna be a good move in the end.
Well, the thing that worries me about Disney is they're not shy of taking risks because they're already rich, so they can like try something. If it works, it works. But if not, they just killed Club Penguin for virtually no reason.
I can see this affects you.
No, not really. It affects me mainly because everyone else is talking about it. It fills my inbox all the time.
Same.
What do you think about the new Club Penguin spinoff?
I mean, I don't know. I don't think it's gonna go that well.
You know?
I really don't. I mean, I don't know. No one plays mobile games. I don't know.
No one plays mobile games. We've only had like 7 mobile reviews on this show.
Yeah, definitely not.
Not this show, but this channel
Yeah.
as a whole.
Yeah.
Any last thoughts on it?
No. I mean, I guess I had fun years ago, but I've moved on.
I think we all have.
Except for me.
It was great to bring it back for a small amount of time, but, you know. Anyway, for our third topic, we've got jaywalking, which is something that bothers me an insane amount because I commute here. Do you have anything you want to say first?
I jaywalk a lot.
Oh.
Oh, yeah, I mean, unless you have different definitions of jaywalking, I don't care as long as you do it with somewhat of a head on your shoulders. Like some people will just be like, I'm walking, this guy almost hit me. That's kind of dumb. But if like you're smart about it, you know.
I can agree with you there, but there are times where like, to get into here, I go under the parking garage below the egg and come out out through the garage because there's a little road.
Yeah.
And people just walk across that crosswalk constantly and don't even like look.
But is it a crosswalk?
Yeah, it's
then
a
you gotta stop.
I know, but there are also other times where like there aren't crosswalks and people just keep going for no reason. Like they're not paying attention. Like in the city, just people don't pay attention, run in front of cars.
Yeah.
It just doesn't make sense. Or like never even look to their right to even check, which was what I was trying to say is people don't even look. They just walk la-di-da-da without even checking to their side. What are your opinions on this?
I mean, I'm really paranoid. So I always look both ways like 20 times before I cross the street and while I cross the street. And I'm not going to lie though, when I get out of work, I just want to get to the bus stop. And the bus stop is like directly across the street. And there's no crosswalk unless you walk like 5 minutes. And I don't want to do that. So I usually just like book it across the road when there's like a ton of, this is Wolf Road in Colony, and there's a lot of cars, and it's really dangerous, and I would not recommend doing that. I'll probably die someday, but it's okay.
You know, when I walk to work, I just go to the crosswalk anyway.
I don't
What
know,
are your opinions on those people that like let's say you're driving home late at night and they like walk up to the side of the road with no crosswalk and they like hang around the cars that are parallel parked for like good 5 minutes with their hand on it and they're like trying to lean out and like they're not really going anywhere and you can't tell if they're gonna run, if they're gonna walk, if they're gonna stay there and they're just kind of like on edge.
I don't know. My mom used to complain about that a lot because she worked all around Albany County, so she was like, she saw that all day, so it annoyed her a lot. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it's pretty funny. I like your description of it.
I try my best to please the crowd.
I feel like that would be me on certain days. Because I'll just like chill around cars and I'll be like, can I go yet? No, okay.
Well,
Now can I? Okay. Now I can. No, I can't.
what I'm talking about is the people who take like huge 3 steps into the road and they're like just barely in the middle of it. And, like,
Yeah.
they're looking to their side, but it's not even like what is it that's so hard to look to your left and see if there's a car
I
coming?
mean, I always look both ways, so I'm a good.
Look
I'm
both
a
ways
good
before you
jaywalker.
cross the street, kids.
Even if it's a one-way, I'll look both ways.
Same though.
Because people,
Yeah,
You just never know.
you just
you never know.
Nope.
No, especially when people, don't follow the rules of the road,
Mhm.
Next of the week, I'm going to expect pogo sticking down the road as, the weather gets better. I wasn't going to mention spring at all, especially since we were talking about Club Penguin.
Why pogo sticking?
Sometimes people get crazy fads, Remember moon shoes? Another toy that should be brought back.
But have you ever seen anyone in a pogo stick going down the street?
Yes, it was my brother.
Oh, okay.
I don't really know how to segue from that, to be honest. I'm just going to keep rambling on.
Okay.
You keep laughing. It puts more of the pressure on me. Like, don't say anything.
I don't have anything else to say.
I had a pogo, and I didn't have a pogo stick once, so. I was on a pogo stick once. I don't think I had that much fun because I don't have one, and I never got one, and I never wanted
It's
one.
so sad.
Sorry.
I never have one either. I never got to have any of those fun toys because I either always lived in apartments or like we didn't have like a backyard. And the first house we lived in, did not have a backyard. Like, it had a backyard, but it was always flooded. And I also lived on like a highway, basically. So
Oh, speaking of highways, there's
I
one
couldn't
last thing before we
do
get off
anything.
this. We went to the same school, right?
yeah,
What do you think of all the people that just ran across that street every day after school?
there was 2 crosswalks right. Like,
Yeah,
it's pretty easy to cross the street. I didn't understand.
yeah. That doesn't. People who ignore crosswalks when it's just a 2-minute detour.
Yeah.
That's
It's not even 2 minutes.
yeah.
It's like 30 seconds.
Yeah, that every day it was just watching people, like they would wait for a bus because the bus would be more likely to stop than a truck, and then they would just book it and slow everything down. It was worthless.
Yeah.
Anyway, unfortunately, time is up, and I hope you've learned just how incredibly petty I am. I hope you enjoyed tonight's episode of St. Rose Fireside Chats.
Goodbye.
Bye.